Anwar Ibrahim, the 10th Malaysian Prime Minister, is an amazing liar. Wow. I mean, that's quite something to start with, isn't it?
It certainly grabs your attention.
Yeah, absolutely. When you hear accusations that direct flying between, well, two of the biggest names in Malaysian politics, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and Prime Minister Dr. Anwar Ibrahim, it really makes you sit up.
Definitely. Especially when billions of ringgit are involved. We're talking huge sums.
Exactly. Hundreds of millions in US dollars. It really makes you wonder what's actually going on with accountability here. Is it just politics or something more?
That's a fair question.
So this whole thing seems to be escalating. For you listening, I mean, what do you even make of these statements flying back and forth? It's pretty intense.
It is. And this latest round, it really follows Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's ongoing stance. He repeated it recently, I think, during an interview in Jakarta.
Okay, what was the core message there?
Basically, his call for individuals, and he specifically mentioned Tun Dr. Mahathir's sons to explain where their wealth came from.
Right, the source of the wealth.
Yes. And if they can't properly account for it, his position is that it should be returned to the state.
He framed it as responsibility, not revenge, didn't he?
He did. He stressed it wasn't personal, more about responsibility and accountability. Said it was part of a national push to recover potentially misappropriated funds.
And the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission is involved.
Correct. He confirmed they've been investigating. Mentions Section 23 of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act and also the Anti-Money Laundering Act. These acts give them pretty broad powers to look into corruption and trace assets.
Okay, so that's the setup. Which brings us to Tun Dr. Mahathir's response. And it was fiery, to say the least.
He came out swinging.
Absolutely. He didn't just deny the figures Anwar mentioned, the RM 1.2 billion or RM 4 billion. He flat out rejected them. His quote was, "I or my sons never declared we own the RM 1.2 billion or 4 billion." Strong words.
Very direct.
But then he added another layer. He pointed out that the MACC Chief Commissioner, Azam Bakiki, had already commented on this.
Referencing past statements. That's interesting.
Yeah. He said Azam Baki had previously put Mogzani's declared assets around RM 1 billion and Mirzan's at about RM 246.2 million.
Okay, so different figures again.
Right. And here's the kicker. Mahathir highlighted that according to him, the MACC was apparently satisfied with those earlier declarations.
So he's questioning the premise of the current investigation in a way.
Exactly. He's basically asking, well, how could the MACC be satisfied then if the source was dodgy? It sort of challenges the basis for the investigation Anwar is talking about.
And this really gets to the heart of the disagreement, doesn't it? It's not just the numbers. Mahathir clarified something important, too.
How was that?
That the figures the MACC had previously looked at, the ones Azam Baki mentioned, were for total asset value.
Meaning not just cash.
Precisely. Property, shares, business stakes, liabilities too, probably. Things built up over, what, more than 20 years in business.
Okay, that makes sense. Assets grow over time.
That was his point. Assets appreciate. So the argument becomes about what figures are being thrown around, declared assets, total wealth, alleged illegal gains, and crucially, how legitimate are these declarations when they span decades?
It puts the spotlight on the whole process. How do you even track that?
It's a massive challenge, distinguishing wealth earned legitimately over a long career from, potentially illicit stuff, especially with high-profile people.
So when we watch this, it's definitely more than just political theater.
Much more.
It's like a real-time example of this tension, isn't it? The demand for accountability versus defending wealth earned over decades. It makes you think about transparency.
Absolutely. Transparency in the declarations, yes, but also in how investigations are handled and talked about publicly. Public trust hinges on that.
Yeah, trust is key.
And really this whole back and forth, regardless of who's involved this time, it shows there's a broader expectation now in society. People want clarity. They expect integrity, especially from those at the top.
That scrutiny isn't going away.
I don't think so.
So it leaves us with a big question, really. In a country like Malaysia, pushing for good governance, fair laws, what does accountability actually look like when you have these powerful figures telling such different stories?
It's the fundamental question, isn't it?
Definitely something to think about. Remember to like and subscribe for more insightful discussions that cut through the noise.